Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre. We're going to start this episode off the same note we start every episode off on, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, so the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me. So thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro. All right, and we are back. As you can tell, I am not on the set of the Mac City Morning Show. I am at Holy Trinity High School and Junior High. So big thank you for the invitation and letting us film in this beautiful setting. The one thing that hasn't changed is how I introduce my guests, because I don't. They can do a better job at that than I. So on that note, can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
My name is Laurel Spring. I'm a senior here at Holy Trinity. I've done musical theater here, or theater in general, since the 7th grade every semester. I'm also a stand-up comedian in town and an advocate for queer and youth mental health.
Okay, let's talk about that stand-up.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing stand-up for?
The first time I actually performed in front of a larger crowd was at the Pride ceremony this year in the summer.
Okay.
And since then I've been going to Bailey's Pub for the Cheap Laughs half-price comedy nights.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So how did you get involved in that scene?
It was kind of a whim, actually. Okay. I was planning on going to the Pride ceremony with some friends, and we saw that they had made a post for a call for performers, and my best friend Jenny was just like, you should sign up and do your comedy. And I was like, why not? And then so I did comedy there, I got accepted and then did it.
Right.
And then someone afterwards, Erica Moscow, she's a comedian in town, asked me to go to her Cheap Laughs nights at Bailey's Pub. Okay.
And so how often are you performing your stand-up?
Whenever I can. You know, I'm still a high school student.
That's
with a part-time job, so I believe it's every 2-ish weeks, unless they have like another thing going on at Bailey's.
Right.
But I missed the last one because I'd work. But other than that, about every 2 weeks-ish.
So when it comes to your stand-up, how are you coming up with your material? Are you writing it? Are you performing it? Is it more like freestyling? What's your method?
I write a good amount of it, mostly just from like stories about my life and stories about going to school and stuff. Yeah. So that's most of where it comes from.
Okay. How's the reception been so far?
Pretty good. We've had some pretty sold shows at Bailey's recently, but yeah, it's been pretty good.
And you're liking it?
I am. Yeah, I'm having fun with it.
You're brave.
Yeah.
Any hecklers yet?
No.
Not a single heckler yet?
I think when I come on, having sat outside the bar, because I am 17.
That's right.
I wait for my intro, I walk in, do my set, and leave.
That's right.
So people are usually pretty cautious and kind about the fact that I am still a kid.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you have any aspirations to like further this? Like,
I wanna like go further with my comedy, but like my dream is I want to be a drama teacher. That's what I'm going to school for. But I think like going more with comedy, especially when I move to a larger city for schooling, would be cool.
So you're in grade 12. That's what senior means. So are you in grade 12 right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you're going to be graduating
next year, in like June of next year.
That's right. Yeah. So what's the game plan? You said you want to be a drama teacher, so I have to assume education.
Yeah, so my goal is U of C or anywhere with a concurrent education program. So I would do 5 years and I would graduate with my Bachelor of Fine Arts and my Bachelor of Education.
Okay.
Specifically for high school.
Okay. Nice. So why U of A or U of C? You just want to stick in Alberta?
I want to stick to Alberta.
Yeah, that's closer to family and everything else. Okay, nice. So are you from Fort McMurray?
I was born here. I'm the only person in my family born here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. You have siblings that are born elsewhere, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so my brother, he's 19, he's older than me. He was born in Thunder Bay, Ontario, and that's where my entire family is from. Okay. And when he was a year old, they moved here, and then I was born.
Okay. So prior to coming to Holy Trinity, where did you attend school?
I went to Sister Mary Phillips, which is a Catholic elementary school. I went there I went from kindergarten to grade 6.
Okay, so just 2 schools that you transitioned to. Nice. I went to Sister Mary Phillips as well. Awesome school. Love it. I was the first kid that ever registered and walked through the doors. So yeah, great school. So Holy Trinity, what attracted you to come to this facility?
I was going to Merck.
Should have.
And then
just joking.
I was going summer between grade 6 and 7. Yeah. Mine and Taylor's year, like mine and my friends in grade 12. Our grade 6 year was the year of the wildfire. Okay. So that happened. We missed kind of the end of our grade 6 year. I came back to town, and Keanu was putting on their Drama Force production of the Jungle Book Kids.
Yeah.
And so I registered. I did that program, and then was going to Merck all the way through elementary school, Merck, and then I did musical theater for the first time, and I was like, okay, I'm going to Trinity now.
Okay, so that's awesome.
Now I'm here.
Yeah, well, that's all the different high schools here in town, and there's more than there used to be when I was coming. They all have their own like little niche, and that's a component, like hence the theater that we're in right now. If this is like something that you're interested in, like why wouldn't you take advantage of these different opportunities, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so when you decided to go here, I have to assume some of your friends went the other route.
Most of them did. I didn't, I believe, from Sister Mary Phillips specifically, I think there was less than 20 of us that came here.
Yeah.
Everyone else either went public or to Merck.
Yeah.
So I had to make new friends.
That's right.
So that was.
I was just going to ask you about that. Like you're really brave for like deciding like, listen, I know all my friends are going here, but there's something that I want to pursue, so I have to go here. Like that's huge, and you should be applauded for that. Yeah. How did you find that transition when you decided to come over here?
I'd say personally it was kind of easy because I have always been like the people person.
Right.
But like I have people who are my friends now who have been bouncing around from different schools to different schools through their whole high school career. Yeah. So I can feel how that would be harder for some other kids.
Yeah, no doubt. So when it comes to the drama program that you're doing here, did you start as soon as you started attending grade 7?
Yeah, I've been in theater with Miss Lawson every semester since the 7th grade.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So that relationship between the two of you is definitely tight.
Yeah.
And so she was mentioning that you're in some form of a leadership role now.
Yeah, so it started, I'd say grade 10. Once you get to high school theater, some of the curriculum outcomes are being in the show or doing backstage roles or directing or stage managing. And so I started stage managing. She brought up Tales of Poe, Edgar Allan Poe. That was my first show I directed. Okay. And then I'm now directing our new play that we're doing, which is She Kills Monsters.
Oh, very cool, very cool. So we're at the end of the show. So before you go though, I want you to do a shameless shout out or plug. Everybody gets to do one.
Okay.
So let's hear what you got.
Like I said, my name is Laurel Spring. You can follow me on almost any social media at Laurel Spring. And I am not sure when this comes out, but I'll be at Bailey's Pub on November 5th doing more stand-up comedy, as well as come to our shows, She Kills Monsters and Annie, which is end of November, early December. You can find it on the school's website or on SECPA's website.
Very cool. Well, listen, if you ever want to come on the actual set of the Mac City Morning Show to promote any plays that you have going on or any of your stand-up, we'd love to have you on the show for a more extended version because you're obviously more interesting than 10 to 15 minutes, whatever this has been. So thank you for being brave enough to come on the show.
Thank you.
Do appreciate it. Awesome. Well, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. It does mean the world to me, so thank you. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
What a deadly old way to end another morning show. Later, boss.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.